Hi, I'm Nicole Cutler, a licensed acupuncturist and holistic health advocate. I'd like to talk about what foods to avoid when living with hepatitis C. Most people recognize the importance of food in both causing and relieving health problems. Since everything we eat must be processed by the liver, those with any form of liver disease are dramatically impacted by whatever food they consume. Because chronic hepatitis C locks the liver in a constant battle against inflammation, food choices are especially crucial to those managing this virus. Unfortunately, dietary advice often gets lost in the shuffle of dealing with hepatitis C monitoring and treatment. To make matters worse, some insurance companies don't cover nutritionists, despite the enormous contribution these professionals could make to people with chronic liver disease. Because it can fan inflammation in the liver, eating the wrong food can escalate liver damage and make someone with hepatitis C feel worse. So that you don't inadvertently worsen your liver's condition, avoid consuming items in the following 5 categories. The first item to avoid is alcohol. From the very beginning of a hepatitis C diagnosis, complete alcohol abstinence is non-negotiable. Technically, most of us don't consider alcohol to be a food, but drinking is the most obvious way to poison a liver. Like throwing gasoline on a fire, alcohol will exponentially increase hepatitis C viral load. The second category to avoid, or at least minimize, is fast food. While most people might not think their lunch is toxic, millions of Americans damage their liver by eating fast food. Even a brief fast food binge combined with too little exercise can cause liver damage. When excessive calories and fat overloads the liver's ability to filter the blood, fat builds up in the liver cells and leads to liver damage. Thus, the lure of a quick burger and fries is especially dangerous to those with hepatitis C. The third food group to restrict is high glycemic carbohydrates. By measuring how quickly foods are digested and absorbed, the glycemic index measures the body's response to carbohydrates. Carbohydrates with a high glycemic index are absorbed quickly into the bloodstream and cause a rapid rise in blood glucose levels. Research shows a direct relationship between carbohydrates with a high glycemic index and a fatty liver. Unfortunately, fat accumulation in the liver will accelerate the damage done by the hepatitis C virus. Some popular high glycemic foods to restrict are potatoes, corn, white flour, white rice, refined sugar, and most refined breakfast cereals. The fourth dietary rule is to minimize iron-rich foods. While this category only concerns those with high iron levels, an estimated 30% of people with hepatitis C are affected. Because excessive iron in the liver worsens the progression of hepatitis C, those who have elevated iron counts must limit their iron intake. This means eating little to no red meat, making sure your vitamins do not contain iron, getting rid of your cast iron cookware. And because vitamin C enhances iron's absorption, making sure to take vitamin C supplements at a different time of day from eating plant sources of iron, such as spinach or beets. The fifth dietary rule for those with hepatitis C is to avoid unwashed produce. Because most commercially grown produce is slathered with poisonous pesticides, unwashed produce puts an additional toxic burden on the liver. To prevent the additional damage that these toxins can do to a liver battling hepatitis C, make sure to thoroughly wash commercially grown fruits and veggies. Seeing a nutritionist may not be within everyone's grasp. In lieu of a personalized, professionally crafted eating plan, avoiding alcohol, fast food, high glycemic carbs, foods high in iron, and unwashed produce will benefit those with hepatitis C.